Good morning, everybody. It's Ben Baker. It's the YourLIVINGBrand.live show. How are you? It is Wednesday. It is the 6th of September, the day after my birthday. Hey, thanks for everybody who sent me birthday wishes yesterday. I really appreciate it. It was a busy day. I'm back in the saddle. I just took the last 2 weeks and had an incredible vacation in Alaska. And back doing what I do best, and that's taking care of my customers and taking care of my clients and speaking to you guys live on this show. So what we do Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, for those of you who don't know, is we are a marketing and branding firm that specializes in consulting, speaking, and teaching on brand, message, market, vision, and value. That's what we do. We work with our clients to be able to help take them to the next level, to be able to enhance the brand so that people understand, they engage with it, and they respond to it. It's not about you and how you feel about your brand. It's how your customers feel about your brand. And we work with you to be able to build that loyal audience, that loyal tribe, and to get people speaking about you in a positive way. But what this show is about and where this spun out on is that we feel that every brand is special. There's way too many companies out there that are acting as if they're commodities. It doesn't matter if they're in the car business, the grocery business, nuclear physics, or whatever, but everybody looks at themselves and says, well, yeah, we're one of many. And by being one of many, you absolutely give yourself a huge disservice, because nobody understands what makes you special and what makes you different and why they should care about you. And when they don't care about you, margins go down, and loyalty and brand loyalty and product loyalty go down. And the more you can do those little things to get people to understand what makes you different, what makes you unique, what makes you special, and every company has something, the better off we can be. Now, every week I interview a special guest. This week it's my buddy Garry. Now, Garry tells a great story. He was a professional basketball player in Europe. He speaks fluent Italian. He's absolutely amazing. What he does is he does leadership training and strategic understanding of how companies come together. And we'll get to him in a minute. But I just want to let you guys know that over the last few weeks and over the next few weeks, we've pre-recorded our sessions with our guests to make it easier for them, to give them a point where they can talk to us at a time that's convenient for them. And we'll just bring them in on this show, let them talk. And then, you know what? It gives you the best opportunity to be able to hear from experts at a time that's convenient. So here we go. Let's talk to Garry. Hi, Garry. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Ben. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing really well. Thanks for coming on. It's been tough getting you on the show. You've been a busy boy. You've been doing some real serious traveling lately.
Yeah, I have, and I'm really enjoying it. But I'm thankful that I can finally come on today.
Well, that's great. So thanks. So tell me about Mossa International. I want to know about the brand. Tell me about who you are, what you do, and why you do it.
Sure. Okay. So Mossa actually means to move or movement in Italian. And we move you towards success. That is our tagline. And so basically, I had lived in Italy for 9 years, and I came up with a name with some help from one of my clients, because he suggested that I use that particular name because that's basically what I do. And so what I do for clients is I help to break down work silos, and, increase or help the flow of communication, and so that people work together better within organizations with coaching and with training, things like that. That's what my organization offers. And so, I had played basketball before, professional basketball. And so when there were 12 individuals, we had to learn to play together, play nice together, actually. And the end goal was to win the championship, right? So That's what I do when I talk to organizations, is I use a lot of analogies from my professional playing days and how to win in the corporate world as teams do on the court, basically. Yeah.
Right. So you played professional basketball in Italy for a number of years.
I played in England, and I played in a little bit in Italy as well. Yes.
Wow. That must have been an incredible experience. So through that, it was about teamwork. You know, I guess that's where the whole idea of teamwork and being able to bring people and elevate people to the next level came from.
And I have a lot of passion for helping people to become better at what they do and to see themselves as being valuable, and that their voice needs to be heard as well. So it doesn't matter who you are. Everybody has a role to play, and everybody's role is important for either the team to be successful, whether you're a professional sports team or for an organization or a company. Everybody's integral for the overall success of an organization. It doesn't matter who you are.
So tell me a little bit more. Let's go a little bit more granular, Mossa. It says, tell me a little bit more about the type of clients that you help, the type of things that you do for them, and why they find you valuable.
Sure. So I do a lot of training and development with organizations, and most of my clients are usually medium to large-size organizations.
Right.
And yes, so the type of work that I can do with organizations includes change management solutions, managing projects for organizations as well, establishing teams, leadership development. Those are some of the things that I do with organizations. And so what the organization, why they find me valuable, is I actually want to go and learn about the organization and not giving them a cookie kind of solution. So there have been a number of times, and this is my philosophy, if I want to actually learn about the business, I go and I learn about the business by working in the business. In the sense that I had worked for Cal Tire as a contractor, and one of the great things that happened was they had asked me and some of the other consultants on the project if we would go and learn about their business by going to the stores. So I was like, sure. And I thought I was actually going to be, following people around and being mentored and things like that. But no, what had happened was I actually was doing oil changes, helping with oil changes, tire rotations, you name it. Everything that happens at a Cal Tire store, I was actually doing. And I learned about their business from the ground up, which is fantastic. And that's the philosophy that I use with other companies, is I like to get my hands in there and get good.
And then give you their evaluation. And that's it. That's their management consultant role. But by being granular within a company, well, actually, as you said with Cal Tire, actually changing tires and, doing oil changes and running till and doing all the things with it, you get to see the processes that most management consultants miss.
Yes.
Where are where are the inconsistencies? Where are the things that are not being, the ideas that are not being transferred from management, from the C-suite and from these idea rooms down to the actual floor, and what's happening at the floor level that's not making it up to the C-suite? Because it happens all the time in every organization. Every organization has challenges where they look at these things and say, well, I don't understand. They should be doing this, but they're doing Y. So what allows you, how do you communicate with senior management when you're going into a new organization, the value of doing that, of actually being hands-on within the organization?
How I explain it is, if they want me to actually understand the situation, understand the problems, to go in and actually do some work. And, it doesn't have to be for months and months like I did with Cal Tire. It can be for a few days where they give me the flexibility to talk to people at different levels, whether it be management, whether it be people on the floor, whether it be the president. So I can actually go and give them a solution, okay, that's based on the problems that they're having, not based on somebody, one of my other clients, or based upon somebody else who doesn't have the same type of business model and the same type of problems that this particular client has. And that's what a lot of my clients value about me, because I actually listen to what needs to be done. And I try to get to the actual problem so that I can come up with a unique solution to help their company at that point in time and also move them forward in the future.
And that's valuable. I mean, that's extremely valuable because, every situation is different and every situation is unique. And until you can understand the nuances of what's going on within a company, how do you fix anything? Until you know why it's broken and how it got broken in the first place, how are you expected to move people beyond that broken stage to a stage where, where they can actually move forward and be more productive within the organization?
Exactly. Yes. Totally agree with that. And that's
So
what I do when I work with them.
excellent. So let's talk about how do you communicate when you're out there promoting yourself out in the world today. What are the things that you're saying, and what are the type of conversations that you're creating that demonstrate your particular value? Because you can't say it in a sentence. You can't just put a one line on the back of a business card and have people understand, well, I'm a management consultant. Well, that can mean anything.
Yes.
How do you differentiate yourself in your industry?
I listen a lot. A lot of people, like if you go to networking events, people are there to make connections, but they're there to promote their businesses in the sense that they don't listen to what the person that they're standing in front of or standing beside is actually trying to say to them.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been known to be a really good listener with people, with my friends, with organizations, and that's something that, I'll sit back, I'll ponder, I'll think about it, instead of just talking about what I can do for them, because it may not be something that my company actually does, but I try to find a solution for them. So if there's some other company that can provide a solution that's totally different than mine, or maybe even similar to what I do, I will for sure send that client there if I know that I'm going to give them a solution to their problem.
Right. And that's a big deal. It's just a lot of people say, well, if I can't profit from this, and I can't help this person, well, I'll just let them go. Don't worry about it. But it doesn't cost anything to refer somebody to someone who can help them. And people care about that. People sit there and say, you know what? There was nothing in it for Gary. There was nothing in it for Ben. They gave me somebody's name. They actually made an introduction. They did a handshake. They explained to the problem what my problem was, and made that handshake over and said, you know what, guys, take care of each other. If you need anything, I'm here. I've seen you do this. And it's a powerful thing to do, because it puts you in a position of being valuable as a connector. And that's a huge thing to be.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. There were I've had people who contacted me either through email clients asking me if I could do a certain service for them. And I not wanting to do a disservice to them. I was thinking about other consultants who are in the type of field that I'm in, management consulting, who could provide benefit the client. And it worked out. Both parties were, and the client will remember that as well, saying, okay, instead of giving me something that's not going to be the best solution to what I need, turning me or directing me to somebody to give me what I need. And then they'll remember that in the future as well. And possibly you'll get business out of it, and possibly you won't. But you want to make sure that the customer gets what they need.
But they will remember you. And even if they don't give you some business, they're going to say, you know what, this person helped me. I know somebody that actually could use Gary's service. Let me refer them to Gary. And, that's what business is about. The business is about going beyond and doing things that other people won't, and referring people and connecting people and helping people solve their problems, whether you're going to benefit directly out of it or not, makes business happen, and people don't forget things like that. And I think that's an important thing about what you do.
Yes. Thank you.
Now I want to switch gears because I want to talk about us.
Okay.
I mean, if we can't do self-promotion on my own show, what's the fun of this? Gary and I are actually teaching a course. We're doing a workshop on October 3rd here in Vancouver. And it's going to be called Brand, Communicate, and Lead for Success. And it's all about taking your brand, understanding your vision and value, and how it's going to be making you a better leader. Now, I'm going to be handling the brand situation, and Gary's going to be handling the leadership part of this situation. And it's going to be a full day workshop. It's designed for senior level executives, for senior level managers, high-end entrepreneurs, people that want to become better leaders, people that want to understand their own personal brands better, what makes them valuable, and turn that into better leadership skills. And you know what? We'd love to have you join us. There's actually a website for this. It's www.gettingyounoticed.ca. That's gettingyounoticed.ca, and we'd love to have you guys there. And I think that, Garry, why don't you talk a little bit about, what your thought process is on this particular piece?
Yeah, I'm looking really forward to it. Everything, as I said before, earlier, everything is interconnected. Okay, so everybody who works with another is important. So you've got the way that you communicate. You've got your different departments, your different divisions. You've got people working at all different levels. And it's important to make sure that everything functions and works together in order for the entire organization to be running smoothly and to be profitable and to have a fantastic working environment and culture, well, because that's important. So we're going to tie in the leadership and the communication as well as the corporate culture, so that it overall is going to make for a better workplace. And that's what we're going to be doing on October 3rd.
October 3rd.
See you. Come on out.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a phenomenal course, and I'm really excited about doing this together with you, because the different skill sets will really help people, find a better understanding of who they are, what they do, why they do it, and allow them to communicate more effectively. Not only their own culture and brand, but how that interacts with the corporate culture and brand, and that will make them better leaders of people. So I'm really excited about that. Come out and visit us, www.gettingyounoticed.ca. Okay, now back to the show. We've done our self promotion. Back to the show now, Garry. I want to talk to you about where do you think you add the most value in terms of types of clients when you're out there looking for clients, or when clients are looking for a management consultant, because you can't support everybody. It's impossible for you to support everybody. Who are the number one types of clients that you're looking for, or what's the number one type of problems you think that customers have that you might be able to help them with? Oh, we've lost Garry. I'm sure he'll be back in a second. No problem. We're having some technical issues today with this, so he'll be back in a second. There he is. And
hi.
No problem. Just want to find out. What did you hear? The full question. It was more about what are the type of clients that you can serve best, and what are the type of problems that they have. Sorry, that you want to help them with.
I usually work, like I said, predominantly with medium to large size organizations, and I have worked with small businesses. I enjoy working with small businesses and entrepreneurs. What I do is I help people see the value. Okay, I help to remove the roadblocks as well that they have within themselves and within their teams. That's where organizations, where individuals see the value that I have, because I listen. Okay, without interruption, people will talk. They tell me about things. I analyze it, and then I give them insightful solutions and suggestions on things that they can do, whether it be just by themselves as an entrepreneur, or it could be with teams within an organization. And that's why organizations find me very valuable, because of the backgrounds and the skills that I have and that I bring to the table.
Okay, but do you prefer to work with business to consumer type organizations, industrial, customers? Is there a type of client that you work best with? Is it more people with different processes?
My client base is everything. It doesn't matter. I enjoy working with everybody, whether it be, a Cal Tire type of thing, or Lafarge Wholesome, or it can be working with Fraser Health, or it doesn't. For me, it's important thinking about breaking it down. It's people that you're helping.
Right.
So it's not the actual organization, it's the people, and helping them resolve their problems and being able to work together more effectively and efficiently.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. It's all about the people and understanding personal dynamics. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's my understanding. So what I want to do is I want to ask you one last question. I want to ask you one question about when you leave the room, when people see you walk out the door, get in your car, you drive away. What's the number one thing that you want them to remember about you? And what's the number one reason you think they're going to pick up the phone again and give you a call back?
I think that, well, what I want to do is I want to leave a good impression with people so that they believe that I'm honestly going to do what's in their best interest, just to make money for me or my organization. And as I said to you before, if I can provide a solution and I can help them, I'm more than happy to do that, because I love moving people forward. We need to pass the information on or to introduce who's a better fit. I am more than happy to do that as well. So that's what I want people to see, that I'm here to help them in whatever shape or form, whether it be through my organization or paying it forward and passing them on to somebody else.
Gotcha. So for you, it's about integrity. It's about trust, levels of trust. It's about people understanding that you're going to do what you say you're going to do, and living up to the expectations that you set forward.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So when I, like you asked, when I leave the building, when I go into the car and I drive away, if I go to a networking event, my objective is to meet people, okay, to form a connection, a business connection. And if I'm talking to them for 2 minutes or 20 minutes, for me, it's great. I don't go there to hand out business cards to 20 or 30 or 50 people and work the room like that. I go there to make business connections with people. And, that for me is very important, instead of just trying to pass out as many cards as you can, because you're not actually connecting with people that way. So spend the time with them. And for example, when I go to boards of trades, or if I go to chambers of commerce, those are the types of things that I'll do, and actually spend time with the people, listening to them about things that they do, and not actually only just talking about business, talking about things outside of business, like your hobbies, things that you're passionate about. That's important to me as well, because your work is something that you do, but your passions and your hobbies and things are part of you as well, and they're more important than your work.
Well, I think that that's a huge thing, is passions, because we all have passions. We all have things that we're passionate about, whether it be personal or business. And the more we can understand people's passions, we can understand, what are the things that they need to make better in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
The more we have an understanding of how we can help them. And you're right. It may be you, it may be me that can help them. It may be someone in our Rolodex that can help them. But how we make them feel that they've been listened to,
yes,
that they've been understood, and that you understand what their problem is and offer them a solution that's going to actually solve a problem, rather than just put them back into a cookie cutter box that you've created. I think that is what differentiates you in the marketplace, and that's what makes the good businesses different from the great businesses. And you're one of the great businesses out there.
Thank you.
All right, Garry, thanks a lot. Just hang out in the green room, and I'm just going to say goodbye to everybody, and we will be right back.
Thank you very much, Pat.
And we're back. Well, I hope you enjoyed our conversation with Garry Priam of Mossa International. Gary's a great guy. He works with his clients diligently to understand who they are today, who they want to be tomorrow, and helps them get them there. It's a unique business, and he's a great partner to have. Next week, I've got Colin Bissendat with me. Now, Colin is a unique business, and I'm going to leave you with this and let you think about it for the next week. And I look forward to seeing you at 10 o'clock next Wednesday. Colin's title is Canada's Employee Termination Specialist. Now, if that isn't something to get you talking next week, I don't know what it is. Once again, it's Ben Baker from YourLIVINGBrand.live. The name of my company is Your Brand Marketing. Love to see you. Love to have you come and visit us, and look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you then. Bye-bye.